Cross-cutting concerns. That means when I deploy application, okay, I may need to have a centralized area which is going to provide me a externalized configurations, right? Like where exactly my database is sitting, what is the network communication I should use to connect to the database, or what is my message queue name. Okay, so these kind of things you have to do, or otherwise you need to have a common logging framework. Okay, when I host the application, a common logging framework should come and collect the log and push it. Okay, and like the same thing, I need to have a health checks defined for the services, right? If the service is not responding to the health check, I want the service to be degrading and I want it to be scrap the service and then bring up a new service, right? And I need to collect the metrics from the service which is running. Okay, what is the CPU usage, what is the memory usage, and all those things. And there is something called as a distributed tracing. That means when I have a microservice, the request will go to the UI layer, then business logic layer, and then it will go to the database layer. So the bottleneck can happen in any place, right? So I need to trace where exactly the distribution is disturbances sorry, where exactly the issue is happening. So that is called as a distributed tracing. Okay, so these kind of things, a common platform should be providing it. Okay, I cannot be writing everything for the individual service, then my service will not be doing the actual activity which was supposed to do it, right? So I should take care of the log pushing, I should take care of the health check. Then what the service will do, microservice is all about whatever you are doing, just do that work, other things will be taken care by the other system, right? So how these things are being handled, this cross cutting concerns are handled in the microservice. Okay, first concept is called microservice chases. Okay, so there are microservice chases frameworks available like Spring Boot or Spring Cloud, or in Go World there is something called as a Gizmo, or these kind of applications can provide a common framework to do all these kind of activities. Okay, that is called as a microservice chases. Or the next option will be, you can define a template for a service. Okay, and you can use the template, and inside that you can deploy your microservice. That is another option. And another option is like externalized configuration. So that means you can have your Kubernetes or environment variables, you can provide those configuration information, so that can read it from there. So the service can read it from a external URL from where it can read it. Okay, so these are all the cross-cutting concerns, how the cross-cutting concerns are handled in microservice, either via microservice chases, or implementing a service template, or implementing a externalized configuration providers.